Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome back to the Black Link Experience Phases After Dark. Come on in, come on in. And as you come in, I hope that you would please hit the like button. Um, maybe hit the like. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to wait for a couple of people to get in and we will jump right in. Thank y'all so much for coming and joining in the conversation with us tonight. Happy Saturday. I'll be right back. Come on in. All right, I am back. I'm back. So come on in and let's get started. Happy Saturday, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Let me see if Harlem is coming in. Yes, she is coming in. What y'all been up to today? It was a beautiful Saturday. We went to the Sun Fest today with my grandson. Um, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Not a lot. Just chilling. Hey, Harlem. Hey, welcome, welcome. So the link is okay. All right. So just was waiting for you to get here. That's fine, Harlem. We'll go ahead and get started. I have a few something's in my eye. I have a few hold on. I have a few topics that we'll discuss before getting into the 50 Cent and P Diddy beef. I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So let's get started. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. You can listen in and type in the chat if you have something to, if you want to respond or if you have something to say. So tonight we said that we would come live and we would talk about other stuff other than Diddy, but I just got to throw some Diddy stuff in there, right? So we just have a few topics, and I want to start out first with sending my condolences here from us at the Black Link Experience Phases After Dark to Rihanna and her family. Excuse me. We got word that Rihanna's father passed away. Sources said that Rihanna and her brother was spotted at the hospital where her father was dealing with some illnesses, and her and the sources confirmed that he did pass away. Unfortunately, it's just unfortunate. So we send our condolences to Rihanna and her entire family. They said that she was really close to her father, and I know how that is. Harlem, you didn't tell me. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Harlem. Woohoo! It's Harlem's birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Harlem. But anyway, so that's some good news. but yeah, we wanted to just send our condolences. We also found out that Brian McKnight's son had passed away. So Brian McKnight's son, Nico McKnight, he was estranged from his father, but it has been reported that he has passed away from cancer. Nico McKnight, he was a singer, he was a guitarist who happens to be, of course, the son of Brian, the famous Brian McKnight. And on May 29th, Claude McKnight, who is Brian McKnight's brother, he got on his Instagram or TikTok post and said that, and kind of confirmed that his son did pass away. So again, condolences to the McKnight family and everybody that it has affected in that family. So we just wanted to make sure that we respect people in their losses, especially these are some hard losses. So again, we send prayers and condolences. All right, let's get into our show tonight. And this is kind of a fun one. So, you know, Patti LaBelle is seasoned, but she's so beautiful, so spicy. And we have got word that Patti LaBelle is dating someone 30 years her senior. So have you ever wondered why Patti, you know, just kind of keeps this spice and young and vibrant? Well, word is that Patti has been dating her drummer, who is 30 years younger than her, for over a decade. So his name is Eric Seitz. As we know, Miss LaBelle's net worth is over $70 million. She is has been relevant from the time she opened her mouth and sang a note. And we just love Miss Patti. So this is all in respect. I ain't mad at you, girl. I'm not mad at you. This all in love and respect. But we heard that that she is allegedly dating Eric Seitz, who is her drummer, and they have been spotted out over the years together. So if that's what it is, that's what it is. I'm not mad at you. That's what's keeping her young. Then do what you got to do, because you're a beautiful soul. You're a beautiful woman. So all love and respect. You said Brian. Yes. So there was, back to Brian McKnight. The mother of a couple of his older kids came out and had an interview with Tasha K, and she talked about how Brian McKnight was like, I am disowning them now for whatever reasons. I didn't listen to the whole interview, but they said that he treated those kids so bad and went on with his other family, disowning these kids, right? And just kind of went on with his other family. And so yeah, it's sad. And now he's passed away, and they allegedly did not make amends. And I feel like regardless what your children do, if a real parent, you're going to let your child know where they're wrong, but you don't give up on your children. I can just use myself for my example. I'm not with my children's kids. My son and daughter, their dad lives here. They have a relationship with him. And I cannot imagine if the shoe was on the other foot, that I would be like, oh, moving on with my family. I'm going to disown these two kids that I've been raising, that knows me, that knows I'm their mother, I got my new family over here. That is so wrong on every level. And it had to affect these kids in a major way. But Miss McKnight said, but we have a strong circle, that even the other kids that he had outside of her marriage, she's friends with their mothers. And those children are close to her, as well as her kids close to them. So there was really he can go on and do what he's doing, because we're going to raise these kids. We're going to be a good family, and we've been fine. So I'm glad to hear that, but it's very sad to hear that Brian couldn't step up to the plate and say, okay, I got to be the bigger person because I am his dad. and we need to sit down and have a man-to-man, whatever that would have took to make amends, because you never know. Life is too short. And yes, with Patti LaBelle. So we heard that today, that allegedly for a decade. So, you know, kind of kept her stuff under wraps, and somebody kind of spilled the beans. So allegedly, she is dating her drummer, who's 30 years younger than her. Again, I'm not mad at Patti. Go, girl, go. All right. So moving right along, if no one else has anything, thank you guys for being here. When you come in, hit the like button. If you want to comment, that's good. Let me know you here in the chat. I appreciate that. Next thing is a big congratulations to Carmelo and Lala Anthony's son, who graduated from high school and is getting ready to go to college. They showed up in that place in droves of family and friends for him. And they posted on IG where as soon as that he walked across that stage and they said his name, they just started screaming and yelling. And so you guys know how close Lala and her son is. Even though mom and dad have split, they still managed to co-parent, still managed to be friends. And he's doing really well. I think he's going to probably pursue the basketball industry. I'm not sure, but he's good at it. So dad is probably kind of, getting him ready. But yeah, congratulations to Lala and Carmelo's son for graduating high school. What's next on the agenda? So y'all, my boy, listen, some people tell me, like, why are you even speaking on Chris Brown? Why do you even care what he thinks or what he's going through? Because he don't like dark-skinned Black women or whatever. Yes, go listen to the interview with Tasha K. And I don't care about none of that, because I love his music. I love his performances. I love everything about Chris Brown and his music and his entertainment and how he entertains. So speaking of Chris Brown is gearing up for his Breezy Bowl tour, and he's dropped a major hint about it. Just a week after posting bail, after he was arrested in Manchester, he got he's got the gas on the pedal. So he is starting his tour on June the 8th. And I would say, let's go, Breezy. Go do your thing. Go get your coins, because you still got to pay them people another $1 million, I think, and you have to show up for court. But they did allow him to get out and to go on tour, because that's how he makes his money. He said Chris Brown has announced that there are 50 songs on the tour set list, and so he has several stops in Europe, and then he will start his leg in North America. So some of the cities he's going to hit is going to be at the end of July. It's going to be Miami, Philly, Toronto, New Jersey, and several others. But his special guest, I love this lineup, is Janae Aiko. Aiko, is that how you say her name? But I love her music. Summer Walker and Bryson Tiller. So it's going to be an amazing tour. Yes, the Breezy Bowl is happening. He is gearing up. June the 8th, next weekend, he will be ready to do his thing. And y'all know, people love Chris. People love Chris. People have put him so high on the pyramid that they are comparing him to Michael Jackson. The only thing that held him back from that, really wearing that title, is that he and Rihanna had that little incident. But he has recovered himself. He is in some stuff that right now in Manchester in the UK, but we're just gonna hope that things get better there. Tickets sold out in a matter of hours. I believe it. They love Chris Brown. They was like he is just making waves. And when I saw that he had got arrested, I thought it was something new. And I was like, oh, no, Chris, what are you doing? But it was something old, and they was just waiting for him to come back over to their country so they could arrest him. And Chris has spoken about, there was a guy in jail that he had to stay in jail for a week over there in Manchester. And there was this guy that he said he will never forget, that, looked out for him, made sure that he was okay until he did make bond and get out. So I think that's amazing. Oh, you tried to get them for your daughter's surprise. They was gone. So is she gonna miss it? But you know, people will be selling tickets. She might can still get tickets. I don't know how that works, but dang, that's sad because that's a concert that you want. That's like going to a Beyonce concert. You want to be at a Chris Brown concert. That's just my that's just he's a beast. He's a beast. And that's just my opinion. I don't care if people think he don't like dark skinned black girls, whatever. I don't care. I'm looking at the music and the entertainment and his stature, right? And his success. So kudos to him, and I wish him success on that trip. I mean, on his tour. So where are we? Yeah, we talked about that. All right, so we can move on into 50 Cent and Diddy. So I want to just kind of go back a little bit and talk about some of the stuff, okay? And what brought it really. Yeah, I would keep looking. I'm sure hopefully she'll get some tickets. How old is your daughter? How old is she? So all right, Diddy and 50 Cent. And as we know, when Capricorn Clark was when she was doing her testimony in the trial, she mentioned 50 Cent. And she mentioned that, she said that I have to put my glasses on because I got to get it right. So she said that, well, first of all, just a little history. So 50 Cent is from Jamaica. P. Diddy is from Queens. He's from Queens. Diddy is from Harlem, I believe. He represents Harlem. But they are all both from New York, both in the industry and both doing really well, like as being a boss in the industry. And so Capricorn Clark talked about a time where okay, let me back up. I just need to stick to my notes because I'll get all over the place. But in 2000, she worked for Diddy from 2004 to 2018. Of course, we know that Diddy had threatened her. She was working for Bad Boy after she worked for Death Row Records, and we know that Suge is Diddy's rivalry. That's who they took to Central Park with the bodyguard. Told her he would unalive her if anything happened. 50 and Diddy have been long time rivalries. Oh, they still are babies, no matter what. No matter what. So she's still your baby. Do whatever I will do whatever for them. So anyway, they have been longtime rivals. I've never gotten to the bottom of why Diddy and 50 are longtime rivalries, but she mentioned a time when they were working when she was working for Diddy. They went to a press event and Diddy and 50 Cent was there. Now you remember, so y'all know Chris Lighty was manager for Diddy and manager for 50 Cent. And then so they were at a press conference for, I believe it was MTV. It was in New York. And then after the interview had wrapped, she said her, Puff, and Chris Lighty got on the elevator. And that when they got on the elevator, Sean was like, Puff told Chris Lighty, he said, I really don't like all this back and forth. I like pow pows. And she said he looked so serious, and they was talking about like he wanted to unalive Curtis, 50 Cent. And that's how 50 Cent came up in the conversation, or came up in during the trial. He said he hadn't, so the prosecution asked her, what's the issue, or who's the issue with, who's the individual? And Clark said he had an issue with 50 Cent. And Combs was very serious when he said he don't go back and forth. He gets his pow pow. So when 50 Cent saw that, now 50 Cent been clowning Diddy for a minute. And when 50 Cent saw that, he was like, he made a post. He's like, cut, like, and there was a movie emoji on there. And 50 Cent was like, cut. No, now wait a minute. So Puffy's got a pow pow, and I just can't believe this. I don't feel safe. Laugh out loud. He said, oh my goodness, itty bitty ditty wants me unalive. I have to lay low. He said, so I think I'm going to hide at the playoff games tonight. LOL. So the next day, 50 posts a picture of him with a shirt that says free Puff, free Puff, and kind of making light of that. He was at he showed a picture that he was at a Knicks game, and the shirt said free Diddy. So then my whole point in talking about this is that what I want to know, what is the grounds? What is ground zero? Where did in Harlem, maybe maybe you can enlighten me. Where did the issue come about with 50 and Diddy? And I mean, it's not just happened. Diddy was on the Breakfast Club, and he has said, they was like, man, I think it was like in 2018, he had an interview with the Breakfast Club. And he was like, what's the deal with you and 50? Well, what's the problem? Why do y'all have issues? He's like, oh, 50 loves me. I have no problem with 50 being kind of sarcastic. He loves me. Y'all didn't know that? He loves me. So he's being kind of sarcastic when he said it. He said the day of the mansion of the raids, he said that, and then moving forward to the when they raided his houses, 50 came out. I'm all over the place. 50 came out and he was like, he said, now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done. They don't come like that unless they have a case. So I want to know, why are they rivals? I know they both have a liquor. I know they are both bosses. I know, and he also 50 was like, if you want your career to be dead, then choose P Diddy. If you don't want to take your career to the next level, choose Diddy. Harlem, can you enlighten me on where the problem started?
Hey, I'm sorry I was late.
It's okay.
I really don't know what the issue is, what really happened. I know it seems that Puff, he wants everybody to come under him, and 50 was doing his own thing. And then it
So,
was like, oh, come on, let me take you shopping. He made a comment, let me take you shopping. And he was like, I don't need you to take me shopping. He had his own stuff going on.
yeah. So is that where it started?
I think so.
Because
I
I
think
remember.
it's just the fact that he wasn't able to control him, that he had his own thing going.
Okay. And I see that. And then like his baby mama ended up dating Diddy, right?
Right.
Yeah. And so I bring up that because Donald Trump is doing pardons, and we talked about this last night. And Todd Chrisley, the Chrisleys, was pardoned. And let's just really quick, he was pardoned, and upon his release, he talked about how he witnessed Black men being treated unjust and how he's going to advocate for Black men. He said he will advocate for reform on this racial injustice. He said anyone that says it is a fair shake, it's not. He said young Black inmates are getting the short end of the stick. They are being denied access to programming and opportunities that even he was able to get. He said, and you know why I got them. I say that to say, so Donald Trump pardoned the Chrisleys, and it's been talked about Donald Trump possibly and could possibly pardon Diddy. And 50 Cent has responded just recently, allegedly, and said, oh, he'll have a conversation with Donald Trump, like Diddy's not getting his pardon. So this is just crazy. I wasn't sure where the problem stemmed from, but I was so aware that they did have a problem. And so that's why I brought that up.
Yeah, and I think 50 is still cool with Donald Trump to a degree.
Yes.
You know, him and Diddy kind of fell off.
Yeah, because even Donald Trump said that. He was like, well, he liked me until I got into politics. But I think
Right.
that 50 and Donald Trump has this relationship that could be an effect on Donald Trump's decision whether he will pardon him or not.
Yeah, because he says that he was going to let him know the things that Puff had said about him. He doesn't like people that talk about him.
Yep. And so
So,
that's gonna that's crazy. That'll be, that remains to be seen. We'll see what happens and what kind of effect that 50 has with Donald Trump. But Donald Trump is somebody that wants people to praise him, wants people to talk good about him, want to make him look like, he's this amazing person. And so
right.
they were saying that if Diddy, like, you used to be my best friend, if you want to come back over here and get on my side again, my good side again, maybe we can do something. Maybe we can work something out. But I don't know how that's going to work. But I brought all that to say 50 Cent is got his foot on the gas. He is not playing. And I heard that his documentary is still going to be released. I'm not sure because I thought it would have been released by now, but they saying that there was a problem with like the contracts and stuff. But lately, allegedly, I'm not sure, but I'm hearing that it is finally going to be released. So,
Oh, that'll be good because he went back. Allegedly, what I've heard is he went back and he found out information that some of these other documentaries didn't have.
yeah. Say that again, Harlem.
I was saying that he went back, he was able to research and get information that some of the other documentaries didn't get.
Yeah, because I'm hoping so because and they said that because I want something different. I've seen the documentaries, probably every one that came out, and they kind of, are saying the same things, but there's a lot more to it. And sources are saying that 50 Cent, his documentary is going to be a literal tell-all. It's going to tell, it's going to connect the pieces. It's going to tell us what we've been waiting to hear. And he's got his receipts to back it up.
Yeah, because I think 50 actually knows who to talk to and where to go to find the people.
He has those connections and people respect him too, just like they respect Diddy. Like Diddy had all these people that respect him and he could get what he wanted. And I just think that 50 just moves a little bit differently than Diddy moves. But he still has that power in the industry. 50 Cent gives people opportunity. He can get people opportunities. Like, he can hire and fire. So I think that, he, like you said, with the connection that he has, that, this might be a good one. This might be the one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So what did you do for your birthday today?
Well, I've moved from New York, so I had went home to go see a play on Broadway that I had been wanting to see. Felicia Rashad, that was on the Cosby Show, she directed the play.
What was it?
And it was Purpose.
Was it good?
It's very good. It was worth it.
We were trying to get out there and see The Color Purple and never could get the tickets. Like, we was like, dang, with the time that we were there, they were sold out. It was like, dang it, we want to get to see a show. And so we never did get it. But I would love to go see a Broadway show. So I'm glad.
Yeah, that one was really good.
You went to go see it?
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, dang it. Well, next time I'm out there, I'm gonna catch. Before I leave, I'm gonna make sure we have some tickets purchased so we know that we get to catch a show out there. So anyway, I didn't have much tonight. I didn't want to just get too much into Diddy. I just wanted to just kind of be a short night, and so we can all take a break tomorrow, and then jump back in on Monday because the sparks will begin to fly again. Now, I did want to talk a little bit about this. I've seen Gene Deal have a interview today about the altercation with him and Donat. There have been so many people that came out with their side of the story of what happened with Donat. And Donat is out there. He is not letting up. Gene Deal is not letting up. I just want people to be safe. I just want people to be safe. There was this white lady that I follow and I listen to, and she said she was on the elevator when it happened.
Emily,
do you watch her?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, she got glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her. I watch her. She said she was there and she saw it, and she was like, I love it when I know the real truth and I can tell you what really happened. So I just say that to say I just want everybody to be safe. Like, I think the whole point was just to go cover the trial. But I love the way that Tisa tells, even though her name keeps getting thrown around, that she just like, I ain't got time for that mess. I ain't out here for that mess. I love it. I love it because ain't no need in feeding that into that. Just go do what you're there to do, and go home, and that's it. So everybody out there that's reporting, boots on the ground, just be safe. Enjoy that time. Like, I would be so excited to be out there and getting the shots that I could get from the family coming in and out, getting the notes that I can get. But it just, for me, it's just chaos, and I don't like chaos. Like, when I say chaos, I mean all these people back and forth running around trying to get, like, that's too much for me. I just want to go in, I want to hear the testimony, and I want to go out and leave, so kudos to them for doing that, though.
Yeah, but that's why I told you I didn't think that I was gonna go, because I watch all of that chaos. I see it.
Like, where did this come from? Because I saw it when Gene Deal came the first day, and he was walking past. As soon as Denai put his eyes on Gene, he went in, and Gene was like, "Don't play with me, boy," and then kind of kept walking. So I didn't think that it was going to escalate to anything, but it did. It did, and so
yeah, it comes from that last lawsuit. Remember the one that I sent you? It was only 2 pages. I have the whole thing now. I have to send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. So is Gene Deal a part of that?
Okay, I have to go and read it. I haven't read it. I just actually found the whole thing, but to not allegedly interview the guy, I forget what his name is now, the person that filed the lawsuit, he interviewed him on his channel, and he said that Gene was involved with the underage people that were in the lawsuit.
And I saw bits and pieces. What was his name? Petty. What was his name? I can't remember, but I saw part of that interview, and he was like saying it, and I think we talked about how, I was kind of skeptical in that he wasn't really caring about what happened to him. He was filing this lawsuit. I don't know. It was crazy. So is this what Denat's talking about when he sees Gene? Because
he questions Gene. Because Tisa was right there on the steps. I could send you the video. Tisa was on the steps. She was on her live, and did not started questioning Gene. I interviewed whatever the guy's name is. He says that you were involved in whatever he accused him of being involved in, and he wanted answers. He said, "Can you answer my question?" So Tisa was on live. She got up from where she was sitting to go in the middle of Gene and this guy, Denat, trying to distract Gene. So he wouldn't feed into the guy. And she was pushing him into the court building so he wouldn't feed into him. But whatever happened, they ended up on the elevator leaving out of the court.
And that's where he saw him.
And that's when they got into the argument and whatever happened on the elevator. But God. I have to read the lawsuit, but I'll send it to you. I just actually, got the whole thing.
Okay. If you send it to me, I'll read it all, and then we can talk about it more, because we only had those 2 pages. It was really good, the information that the 2 pages had, but I was like, I want more. I need more. I need all of it. So if you'll send it to me, I appreciate it. And So anyway, let's read it and talk about that, and then we'll jump back in on Monday. I probably won't go live tomorrow. Just spend some time with my family. But
Okay.
today, the rest of the night, I know the night's almost over. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope you had a good birthday. I wish I would have known, because I would have been blasting all over the place.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Even if it's the replay, thank you. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. But definitely hit that like button and keep us in the algorithm. And until Monday, y'all, I will be posting little shorts here and there. So I'm not going away. We just gonna take a break on tomorrow. So Harlem, have a good night. Okay.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night, y'all.